Hey guys, it's Alaina. Today we are doing the look by Covet Fashion. It's called the Accursed look. It's a vampire look, and obviously we need to do a vampire look for Halloween. I'm starting with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Foundation and the Mayron Clown White paint, and I mixed these two just so I can lighten up my foundation. I wanted to look even paler than I already am. But in the end, it kind of ended up looking like it matched me after I applied some other products. But right now, it looks very white. In real life, it does not even look as white as it does on camera. So I'm just making sure to get underneath my eyes and in all the crevices of my face. And I have a wig on, so I'm trying not to get too much on the wig here, but I want to make sure I blend it down my neck as well and on top of my eyelids. So now I'm taking a warm contour shade by Makeup Geek called Love Triangle. And about halfway through blending this onto my face, I realized it was going to be a little bit too warm. I wanted kind of a cold tone, a cool tone for my contour because I'm a vampire. So I ended up using a Makeup Geek eyeshadow in the shade Friend Zone, which was more of a true gray for this. And I'm doing my cheekbones and my chin, and I'm going to contour my nose as well, just so everything looks very sculpted, extra sculpted. I never go to these lengths when I'm doing my regular day-to-day makeup, but for photos and video, you gotta go overboard a little bit. I'm taking a smaller brush really to get in there and make it seem like my bone structure is kind of more gaunt than it is in real life. So that's what I'm doing here. A smaller brush, once I've already laid down the base color, kind of helps to place the pigment exactly where I want it rather than the broad sweeping motions a bigger brush will make. So now I'm taking a cream eyeshadow by Revlon. It's the Revlon Color Stay Cream Eyeshadow in the shade 745 Cherry Blossom. I have been loving these. I have like 5 of them. I often use them as eyeshadow bases. It's just a light pink, so it's not going to have too much of an effect on the colors I'm going to put on top of it, but it will keep the shadows from creasing. And now going in with the Jawbreaker palette, the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette, I'm going to be using the shade Licorice in that top corner, a bright red. And I'm not being super precise with this because the red's pretty much going to go all around my eye anyways. So I just want to lay down the color and really pack it on there. My friends in the background, that is who I'm talking to. So now I'm taking that same Makeup Geek eyeshadow and I'm going to place that into my crease. And notice I'm using a lot of the same brushes. I don't know why I do this, but I can do a whole face with like 3 or 4 brushes. I think maybe I subconsciously don't want to dirty too many brushes. I'm really making sure to pull this color out toward my temples further than I normally would. And I'm taking a deeper, like almost, it's a really dark gray, almost black, and I'm putting that into my crease with a more precise brush, kind of the same way I did my cheek contour. I laid down a broader color and then I went in with a darker and smaller, more precise brush to really place the color where I want it. Now on to brows. I'm actually using a Fantasy FX Cream Makeup by Mayron. It's like a water-based makeup paint, but it blended out really well and worked precisely in the areas that I wanted it to be precise. I obviously don't have black brows normally, so I don't have any black brow product. And this was a good substitution. I use this stuff for so many Halloween makeup looks. So I'm just taking this angled brush and I'm making sure to really emphasize the tails of my brows. I want that to be the darkest part of the brow, and then the inner portion of the brow, like always, I keep a little lighter. So I am just bringing the product forward a little bit, and then I'll turn the angled brush and feather it upward. And that's how I ended up with these. So now I'm taking a Urban Decay 24-hour eye pencil that really needs sharpened, and it was stabbing me here, but I could not find my eye pencil sharpener, so here we are. And I'm putting that kind of in my waterline. I'm really just trying to get product off without blinding myself at this point. And I'm going to take the same shade, Licorice, with a precise brush, and I'm going to blend that out. And same thing on the other side. If I had taken a black shadow, it would have been far too dark. That's why I went in with the red again, because I wanted to give it a little bit of a red tint over top of that dark pencil I put in. And now I'm taking a bigger brush, the same shade, Licorice, and I'm just blending it further down underneath my eye. I want it to fade into a brighter red. Now I'm taking the white shade in the Jawbreaker palette. I'm going to put that, I actually laid down a little bit of Clown White first in my inner corner to make a really bright base, and I'm going to put the white eyeshadow over top of that. And now I'm taking a shimmery white Stila eyeshadow, and I'm going to pat that on top of the other two products I just put on my inner corner. So now I'm taking the Ico Black Magic liner. It is my favorite liquid liner, and I'm drawing in that little inner cat eye. You know, the little pointy thing on the inner corner of the eye. I love that. I never do it on myself except for Halloween looks. So this is the Wolf Face Art water-based paint essentials. And I'm taking the red color, and eventually I'll mix it with a little bit of black. I wanted it to be a dark red. And lightly I am drawing on these little veins that we see in the reference photo. And the veins are darker and more intense toward the eye. So they start to get lighter and more feathery toward the bottom of my cheek by my mouth. Just drawing these on with a little eyeliner brush, and I messed up there. I'll eventually go back over all of this with a makeup sponge to kind of lighten everything up. So now I'm taking the darker red shade and the Licorice shade again, and I'm gonna go in underneath my eye with this fluffy brush to kind of bring down the red even more so that it blends in with the veins I've put down. I don't want any transitions to be too harsh. I want the redness under my eyes to transition smoothly into the veins. Just going back in with a little bit more black. You know, the darker, the better with a look like this. I never have an excuse to wear super dark, scary makeup. And here's where I'm taking that beauty blender. It really does make a difference. Just went over it a couple times. now it's time for a little bit of blush. I forgot to put a little tiny bit of blush on. I don't want to do too much because I want to stay pale for this look, but I wanted a tiny bit of color on the cheeks. And now I'm taking that same liner brush that I used to make the little veins, and I mixed that, the red and the black, and I'm lining my lips with that. And I'm like way overlining my lips. And I'll take that into the corners too, like you see me doing here, because I kind of want the outer edge of the lip to be darker. And then I'll go in with a very bright red lip later on. It's very hard to do this when I'm trying to hold my mirror out of frame. So now I'm taking a Smashbox red lipstick and smearing that everywhere. Love that lipstick. Gonna throw on some mascara before putting on some false lashes. My favorite glue is the House of Lashes glue. I keep it in my kit. It is the longest lasting, and I always use black. I don't for the life of me remember what lashes these are. If I did, you can be sure I would tell you guys, but I put my lashes back into the wrong boxes, so look how much of a difference that made. I'm just going back over these false lashes to give a little bit of definition, and putting on a vampire necklace, of course, and my fangs, which are actually yellower than my teeth. And that is the finished look. Look how cool. This is a Charisma wig, by the way. I'll try to link everything that I used. And there is lipstick on my teeth.